So let's dive in. So today I am going to talk about the 7 focus areas for 2019. And I attached a PDF. So make sure that you see, I'm going to share my screen so you guys can make sure that you have this in front of you. These are the 7 focus areas. I'm going to talk about them a lot more in depth today. I'm going to go through each one and give you kind of the reasons why that these are important. So why is this important? So there's so much noise online right now, right? There's so many things that you can do. I think I was going back and forth in a message with Louise, you're here with me, and she was saying there's just so much to learn. There's so much to do. I'm learning this and I'm learning this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this. And there's so many different places that we could put our focus and our attention in 2019. There's this social media site, and then there's this, and I have to do this. And so what I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to break it down for you guys and give you the 7 things that I'm focusing on and the 7 things that I think you guys should be focusing on too. And if you do these 7 things, your business will grow. So hopefully you can leave today with a lot more focus, and a lot more clarity, and a lot more confidence, and less stress, less overwhelm, just knowing that these are the 7 things. I don't have to do everything and be everywhere. Just these 7 things throughout 2019 will bring me success. And a lot of the reason that I'm doing this is these are the 7 focus areas that we focus on. Okay, my number 1 strength is focus on the Strengths Finder, by the way. So that's the benefit of these 7 focus areas, because I'm good at focusing. And I know how to focus in order to get results. And so that's the benefit of being here today. You get to learn what I'm focused on myself. And these are the 7 focus areas in CRP Plus, which is our advanced level of CRP. So CRP is where you get all the phases, you go through it on your own, you get step by step, you get everything you need. It's great if you're just starting to think about, okay, what kind of business should I start? What do I need to do? It gives you a really solid foundation. CRP Plus is the advanced level where you get more coaching and accountability from me. So these are the 7 focus areas that I'm going to go through today, are the 7 focus areas that we focus on in CRP Plus. So, and the reason I wanted to talk about this is because when I was just starting my business, I joined a program similar to Corporate Rescue Plan. It was put on by this coach, and this was back in like 2011, 2012, and it really helped my business grow. Like it really, I went in, I followed the modules, I did the training, just like so many of you guys are doing. There weren't like certificates and there weren't check marks and all the fancy stuff that we've built into CRP, but I progressed through it on my own, and I went through it. There were places that I got stuck, like at certain points my income was just kind of stuck, or my marketing was just kind of stuck, my messaging was just kind of stuck, but I was doing the best I could alone by myself, in my spare time. I still had my day job, and I did as much as I could by myself. And that's why in April, I think April is when we launched CRP Plus. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to make a next step available for you guys. I wanted to give you something to reach to grow to. It's not right for everyone. It's not, but it is right for that right person. It is right for some of you guys. And for me, what my business took off when I made that next step, and when I went from just the do it yourself to getting the coaching and accountability and kind of like the mastermind group of being with people who are on fire and ready to really grow their businesses. And so that's when I joined. I joined the next level. It was an investment. It was scary. It was a leap, but I knew that if I just took that same work ethic that I was doing by myself, and if I just got a little bit more support, a little more accountability, if I could learn from someone who was already doing it, that I could really make my goals happen. And so that's why we opened up the next level of CRP back in April. And we're opening it up again this week. I've gotten some messages about that this morning. It's opening up this week. And so at the end of this training, I will kind of walk through some of the questions that have been coming in about CRP Plus, and I'll give you more information about it. But for now, I want to focus on the 7 focus areas. And the other thing that's different about CRP and about CRP Plus, like everything that I do, this I wanted to bring up because this also was another message that came into my Facebook messages last night from someone in CRP Plus, and she said there's I'm not going to share I'm not going to share her name, but there's another group that she's in, and she's been working really hard on reaching a certain dollar amount, on getting financially to, a very high dollar amount. And what she realized is that she instead wants to make a lot more impact. Instead of reaching, she doesn't know what she would do with $1 million. Like, instead of having that be like the really big goal that a lot of other people are reaching towards, it just didn't feel right to her. She just wanted to make a lot of impact in the world. And I read her story and I was like, you're completely following my story from years ago of I tried to make, have these really high financial goals and really go for the $1 million. And I just would fail miserably anytime my goal was to make money and to, have this huge, 6-figure launch and all this stuff. It would fail. Like, I remember, John's listening, like there was a launch where we had really high income goals and it was all about income, and we failed miserably, and we did not get the income or the numbers that we needed. And so everything changed in my business and in my head when I started thinking about the impact that we can make. And the mission, it's front and center on our website right now, like career fulfillment for all women. Like, as soon as I started to like focus in on that and focus in on like what the mission and the purpose was, and I kind of let go of all like the financial stuff and started focusing on impacting and helping women, that's when my business really grew too. So that's the difference of what we're doing here in Corporate Rescue Plan. And hopefully that fits, obviously you need to make a certain amount of income to quit your day job. And we have a lot of resources in there in CRP to help you do that. But I will tell you, it's going to be a lot more fun and fulfilling and exciting when you can also tie it like an impact goal and a purpose and a mission. And we talk a lot about that in phase 2 and phase 1. Like, even in the founder phase, we talk about your why and why it's so important to know your why. So let's dive into the 7 focus areas, because I know that's why you guys are all here today. So make sure that you get out the handout that I shared. Hopefully you guys all have that in front of you. If you don't, you can just look at the screen right here. So these are the 7 focus areas for 2019. This is where I'm focused. This is where I recommend you focus, and I'm going to tell you why. So let's go through each of them. The first one is building your email list. This is numero uno. This is so, so, so very important, because social media changes, and the only thing you have in control is your website and your email list. You have to make building your list a priority. You have to. Like I told the group last week, like, pause what you're doing. If you're like on Instagram, or if you're, spending a lot of time trying to make your website pretty, just focus on figuring out what you need to do to build your email list. Why is this important? When I started my business back in 2010, Twitter was the one and only platform. Like, Pinterest wasn't around yet, Instagram wasn't around yet, even Facebook wasn't popular. And so can you imagine if I would have grown my business on Twitter? I could have done really well if I just would have focused on Twitter. But is Twitter, I know some of you guys utilize Twitter a lot, but to me, Twitter is not building my business right now. Like, I don't spend a lot of time on Twitter. So from the very beginning, I shouldn't say from the very beginning, it took me a little while to even create my email list as well. I think it was like a year into my business. But the 2 foundational things that have always stayed the same is my website and my email list. Even though all the platforms have changed, there's been so many changes in social media, everything leads back to my website and your email list, because that's the thing that will stay the same. Years and years from now, when no one uses Instagram anymore. Like right now, it's almost 2019. Instagram is the thing, right? Years from now, it won't be the thing, but you will still have your email list and you will still have your website. And so that's why it's so important to drive traffic that way and to start, it's like I use this example of MySpace, right? Like MySpace is no longer, but if you would have built your business on that and not had your email list, one day MySpace like closes, right? Or it goes away. I can still email my email list. I can still contact those people that are my customers who are excited to talk to me and hear from me. So that's why building your list is very, very important. Number 2, building your team. You cannot do everything, especially when you're working a full-time job or you have other priorities like your family, and you have to make delegating and focusing on doing the work you do love, delegating the rest a priority. So a lot of you guys know within 6 months of starting a business, I hired Laura, my virtual assistant, who's now been working for us for many, many years, and she's incredible. You guys, she designed the thing that you're looking at right now. She designs a lot of the Instagram quotes that we do. She designs all the ebooks that you see, our logos, like all this stuff. And I hired her within the first 6 months. I wasn't making a lot, but I knew that I could go a lot farther with someone else working on the things I didn't have time to do. I had a full-time job. I was getting my MBA at night. So my days, like I did not have time to grow a business. So I knew I needed help at basically replacing myself and doing the things I didn't have time to do. And then focusing on the blogging, which is the things that I really, really liked. So why is building your team important? Because you can't get far alone. You will get much farther if you start delegating out to other people. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments. Okay, so number 3, the third focus area for you is building your content. So your content will be what attracts your ideal clients. And here's what's different about 2019. Instead of quantity, it's about quality, because there's so much noise right now. You need to stand out and you have to put more time and thought into making it great. And this is what we've really tried to do over the last few months. We used to just pump out content. Like there was one point where we were publishing like 3 blog posts a day, because that's how my website traffic was growing, by pushing more out. And there was a time where I posted on Instagram 4 times a day, because my followers would grow and my engagement would grow when I could just push more out. And it's not that way right now. It's not about just pushing out. You want to spend a little bit more time making your content great so it stands out, so you stand out, and you have to put a little bit more time into it, and post less. Like instead of posting twice a day, post once a day. Last month, I didn't post on the weekends. I just focused on doing on Instagram. I just focused on doing 5 great posts during the week. And then I did more stuff on stories that was not as great, right? It was just a little bit more casual. I didn't put as much thought, but even stories now too, like I would challenge you to even spend a little bit more time on stories to make that great. But do less stories, because some people are doing a ton of stories. But if you just had some that were really, really great, that would make you stand out. That would be incredible. So building your branded content, it all has to match back to your brand. But that's why it's so important, is because there's so much noise in there, and you need your brand and your content to stand out amongst the noise out there. Number 4, building your systems. We want to make your life easier. And we want to make your clients' life easier. And systems will pave the way for your freedom, for your revenue, and for your ultimate happiness, which is ultimately where we're going with this, right? My mission is career fulfillment for all women. So you can better believe that these 7 focus areas will lead you to fulfillment and happiness and freedom to do what you love, to spend time with the people you love. So systems are key for that. There was one time where this is a story, I wonder if John's listening. There's this time where we were going to work with this financial planner, and we were going back and forth with her for months and months and months. she did not have her systems down. So she asked me for my address multiple times. There was so much back and forth between me and her assistant. And we even went in for an in-person meeting. And it seemed like even after the in-person meeting, there was still things that we were going back and forth on email from. This was like from January to like April, like before we were like anywhere near signing off on anything. And I'll never forget, we finally had made a decision. Okay, we're going to work with her. She sent over the paperwork that we were supposed to sign, and it had our wrong address on it. Like she had already typed it out. So it wasn't like we could even like change our address. It was the paperwork had incorrect information on it. And it was at that point where we said, we can't work with you. I'm sorry. Because her systems weren't set up for her success, and they frustrated the heck out of her clients. We were so frustrated about how much time we had wasted going back and forth and correcting her stuff, and then to get the paperwork and finally think that we are moving through. So that compared to other contractors that we've worked with, other companies that we've worked with, where you immediately, once you purchase, you have like everything laid out of exactly what you need to do, exactly who you need to talk to. Like the forms are there, they can get started immediately. Those are the types of people that you want to win over in your systems. Like right when someone purchases and buys, you can get them the information that they need, and they can start getting success right away. So not only are systems going to make your life easier, your team's life easier, but they're gonna give you happier clients and more case studies and success stories and more referrals, because those are the people that will refer you to other people too. And then number 5, building your recurring revenue. Everything will change when you have consistent income coming in each and every month that you can count on. This will decrease your stress, and this will bring more clarity and fun. Number 5 is very, very important. It's the reason why I was able to quit my job, because I started to build that recurring revenue. So I started to have income coming in every month. So when I went to John and I said, please, can I quit my day job? He knew that money was coming in, and he knew that we would have that steady income. And it wasn't like this month we did a huge launch and next month there's 0. We have had those months. If John's listening, he knows we have had those months. But before he was working with me, that's what I needed to convince him that I could quit. My day job is I had that recurring revenue coming in. Same thing when he quit his job then and he joined me in the company and we started growing our business. This was front and center for us. This is what we've always wanted to have, is recurring revenue. So we don't have to stress each and every month. You guys know I went on maternity leave. I went on, basically it was a 3-month maternity leave. I mean, I did little stuff here and there, like writing and like a call here and there, but I was basically out for 3 months. And because we have recurring revenue, we were able to support ourselves and our family and still put food on the table and pay for childcare, or not childcare, but pay for healthcare and pay for what we needed to. So, because my brain clearly was not working, and I didn't have to work. So building your recurring revenue, which all leads into number 6 and 7, which is so important when you're running a business. Number 6 is building your fulfillment. You need to continually reevaluate if you're happy in your business. Your business model might change. You might outgrow something, and it's totally normal. Where I started in business is very different than where I am today. I never would have known that this is the type of business that I would have today. And it's still changing too, right? So it's okay to look back. Someone posted in the Classy Career Network the other day when we did the challenge last week. The first section in the planner is looking back. That's the first page in our 90-day planner. Looking back, what worked and what didn't work. If there are things that didn't work in 2018, that's really, really good to know. Like what did you not like in your business? What clients did you not like working with? Knowing that, and then also knowing when you had the most fun in your business, what you enjoyed doing the most. What continually makes you happy in your business? What clients did you love working with? And that's all going to lead to your happiness and your fulfillment. We're all about building businesses that we love doing. If you know me at all, like I started out as a career coach. So happiness and fulfillment, running a business is very, very important for me. It's something like I always have to check myself. Like if I'm stressed and I hate doing something, I always reevaluate as something has to change. Either I have to delegate or change my business model a little bit. It doesn't have to look like everyone else. That's another big thing too, is what makes you happy is different than what makes other people happy. So when you're modeling or copying or trying to be like someone else's business out there, just be aware that that might not bring you as much happiness as maybe it's bringing them. So knowing your strengths, and knowing how that helps you build your own unique business for you that makes you the most happy. So fulfillment is very, very important. And then also that leads into building your freedom too. So your business can allow you more time for your passions and more time for the people you love. When you're doing your business, the goal is not to, you don't want to take time off your business. Like I went on maternity leave, but there were times when I got so motivated by, having ideas for upcoming blog posts, or motivated by creating this planner. Like creating the planner that we launched last week was so fun and so exciting and so cool to see other people get excited about it as well. Like I'm happy to work at 11 o'clock at night to put together something that makes me excited and makes me happy. So it's not about like designing a business that gives you a ton of time off. We're designing a business that really makes us happy, fulfills us, gives us the time off that we need to do the things that we love as well. So I'm all about number 7, building your freedom. Obviously, I spend a lot of time with my daughters. And that's really, really important to me, as well as, right now going to the gym, taking care of myself, having time for myself, for reading. So making sure that as you go through this, it's hard to do in the beginning, totally understand, but as you go through this, you're leading to number 7, which is building your freedom, which is, writing down those things, those passions that you used to do when you were younger that you want to do now again. One for me is like ice skating. I always used to skate when I was younger. And when I was watching the Olympics last winter, I was like, when I'm not pregnant anymore, I am skating again, and I'm going to do my old spins and my old jumps that I used to do. And I kind of made this goal for myself. But skating, I mean, it's not cheap to go ice skating necessarily, especially when you live in San Diego. So part of it for me is building that business so I have the freedom, the income to be able to work on those passions, and then to go skating with my daughter and bring her skating and let her enjoy something that was so fun for me when I was a child. So to summarize, the 7 focus areas are: number 1, building your email list; number 2, building your team; number 3, building your content and your brand, your branded content, basically. So your content stands out. Hopefully when you see a Classy Career Girl image, you can see that that's Classy Career Girl. That's the whole goal, is someone will see it and be like, oh, that's Classy Career Girl's content. So when people try and copy it, everyone knows that it's not really their content, because that happens. Number 4, building your systems. Number 5, building your recurring revenue. Number 6, building your fulfillment and your happiness. And number 7, building that freedom so you have more time for your passions and more time for the people that you love. So here's the important part of this, of these 7 focus areas. All these 7 steps are repeated over and over again as a business owner. And each of these 7 areas looks different for everyone. There's no exact system that's going to help you do this perfectly, because we're all very, very different. So that's why in CRP Plus, when we go through these 7 focus areas, we continually do this all the way through the year to help you take these 7 focus areas and make them work in your unique business. So I can't, what's fulfillment for me is very different for fulfillment for you. The type of freedom that I want is probably very different than the freedom you want. I know a lot of people love to travel. For me, with 2 young kids right now, traveling isn't hugely high on my list, but it has been in the past. So for me right now, I just want the freedom to be able to sleep when I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I want freedom to sleep. So everything looks a little bit different, and that's why where CRP Plus is designed to really take the foundation that you have with the basic CRP program and help you with accountability, support and coaching, and then the community. So you can get that, the support that you need to go through these 7 focus areas over and over again. So hopefully that was helpful for you. I do want to talk, let me see if any questions came up before I dive into a little bit more about what CRP Plus is, because I know there was a lot of questions that came in. Ashley is from St. Petersburg, Florida in phase 1. Awesome. Joan says, thanks for sharing your focus areas. This will help us not feel overwhelmed. I started my 90-day planner, so that will help as that's in CRP. And yes, I did press the record button. So this is recorded. You can watch this later as well. That 90-day planner is a great place to start as well. That will help you get focused for sure. Okay, so let's dive into, I had a lot of questions come up about CRP Plus. So let's dive into that. If you guys want to look on your screen with me, it's the website is www.corporaterescueplan.com/CRP Plus. And this is where there's more information about what CRP Plus is. So basically, we've created this new level to help you create more freedom, more happiness, and more recurring revenue so that you can spend more time with the people you love and do the things that you are passionate about. And it's for you if you need a little more guidance, you're feeling stuck in your current CRP phase, you're feeling like you need more personalized and advanced training and you don't want to do it by yourself any longer. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with the CRP. It's CRP is perfect for a lot of different people, but CRP Plus is for you if you know it's for you. If you are wanting feedback on your current business plan to help you grow faster, you're ready for that next level of business growth. And this is why I'm doing this right before 2019, because I know a lot of you guys last week were creating your 90-day plans and you want to grow your business. And so I just want to support you guys the best I can in helping you find that career fulfillment and launch your business and do the best that you can as a business owner. And it's not phase specific. So it's for you if you want more accountability and implementation. It doesn't matter what phase that you are in. And it's all about action and implementation. So it's not designed to give you a ton more content. You have the content in CRP, right? You got plenty of content, you got plenty of training, you have the step-by-step. This really is about helping you stay accountable, and it's about asking questions, and it's about getting personalized coaching from me. So what's included? I think, Louise, you asked what's included? What's a typical month like in CRP Plus? So once you join, I want to know a little bit more about you. So you'll get an email to answer some questions so that I can get a little more information, become a little bit more familiar with your business, and provide you feedback to help you move forward faster on the calls. And then every month there's 2 group coaching sessions per month. So this is what it looks like. So one of the calls will be a Q&A style call. So where you might ask a question or two of whatever you're dealing with in your business. It's more of Q&A. You can type it in, and we have like a little Q&A box where you can write in your questions. If you can't make the live call, I can still answer them, and you can get the information afterwards. Or you can join us live on the call. So it's a Zoom call similar to this, except it's more like meeting style. So there's other people. It's kind of like a group, a smaller group, where you can ask your questions. You can get feedback from me. There's a lot of very smart people in the group, so you'll probably get feedback from other people too. Sometimes I don't know everything. And so that's kind of the style of the first call every month, Q&A style. And in that call is also where the first like 15 minutes of the call, I'll go over one of the 7 focus areas. So the last 2 months, in November, the Q&A call, I went through building your email list. And if you join, you'll be able to access all those recordings as well. So we went over, the first 15 minutes about building your email list. And a lot of the questions were about building your email list, which was really, really helpful because it all tied back to that one focus area. This month of December, just last week, we had our Q&A call about building your branded content. So I did, the training in the beginning. We talked about building content, building your brand, and then there was a Q&A time as well. So that's the first call of every month. The second call of the month is like a hot seat or a strategy session. It's more like office hours with me, where you can sign up for a 20-minute laser coaching session. And what this is like is you fill out an application. I shouldn't say application. I should say questionnaire. You fill out a questionnaire, because if you're in CRP Plus, you don't have to apply to get this. You fill out a questionnaire, and it talks about what you want to focus on during that 20-minute session. So a lot of people have shared their website. So I've reviewed, there'll be 20 minutes where I will give it, I will look at their website and give my feedback on their website and coaching on their website. A lot of people, like we have one member who on Wednesday, I'm reviewing her 90-day plan. She uploaded her 90-day plan, and so I'm going to review that. We're also going to review on Wednesday her finances, because she really wants to quit her day job. Her day job is really taking a toll on her, so she wants to quit as soon as possible, but she has a certain income level that she needs, and like she says, she's terrible at math. So we're gonna do the numbers and figure out what she needs to sell in order to reach her income goal, so that she knows where she's shooting starting in January and knows what she needs to do. So we've had people, I've reviewed, their Instagram profile. We've reviewed some videos that people have done before. Basically, it's anything that you want me to review or just strategize. So we've talked a lot about business plans. So sometimes someone will come with like their business plan from phase 2, and we'll talk about I'll review their business plan, or their marketing plan, or just kind of like their their messaging. So there's no like specific, if you just need to like talk about what type of business, you're going to run with or go with, or maybe you want to come out with a new product or a new service and you just want to like brainstorm and talk it out, like that's totally fine as well. So that's the second call of every month. So each month there is a Q&A call, the training on the focus areas, and then the hot seats. And why this is important is it's setting you up to get feedback and to get feedback from other people, so you're not just all alone by yourself moving forward, trying to build your business alone. The whole CRP program is included in CRP Plus already. And then the same with the monthly business growth bonuses. Everything's already included. And then each month we'll go through another focus area for 2019 in our implementation training in our library. So each month we'll have a different focus. So January's focus is on building your team. So I will give, in the first 15 minutes of the Q&A call, I will give training specifically on that. And each month there'll be, we'll go through a different area of the focus areas that we talked about earlier on in this call. And then we also have a CRP Plus Facebook group as well, which is a smaller group for accountability and support. Okay, so we talked about the 7 main focuses. Let's talk about the investment. For this week, the investment for Corporate Rescue Plan Plus, CRP Plus, is $99 a month, Or if you want to pay for the year, you can get 2 months free at $9.97 per year. This is a membership, so you can cancel anytime. So you can join us for a month. The people that get the best results are the people who are determined to stick with it. You guys know who you are. If you're already in CRP Plus, that's when you're going to get the best results. Like, we have some members who've been in CRP for years now, for 2 years, 3 years, and then they joined CRP Plus with me back in April. You better believe that those are the members who are doing incredible, is because they have picked a direction, they've picked a guide, I understand their business now so well that it's so much easier for me to coach them and help them, because they've stuck with this same coach for so long and now they're getting really, really incredible results. So that's the exciting part about that. It starts right away. So we actually have a hot seat call on Wednesday. We have 4 spots left right now for that hot seat. So or the strategy session, whatever, I hate to say hot seat. I don't want to scare anyone by a hot seat. I'm really, really nice. I really am. I give great feedback and I'm not mean. So don't be scared to book a hot seat or a strategy session on anyone, because I promise you it will move you forward. Everyone who's booked one has left feeling so great, because they know the direction, they know the steps that they need to take forward. So if you join now, you can sign up and grab one of those 4 spots for the hot seats on Wednesday. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to go grab one. And basically our goal is to help you get those results as quickly as possible. I want you to have a business that you love and reach your 2019 goals. You can see some of the members down here, some of the results that they've had. We can go on and on about some of the results that a lot of our members have had, but it's really, really exciting to be able to see what can happen. So if you guys have any questions, we have some FAQs down here as well. I know one of the things that we're doing this week through Friday is we're opening CRP Plus up for CRP members. After Friday, we have a limited number of spots because we do want to make this a small group. After Friday, we will open it up to the entire Classy Career Girl community. So like I always do, I did this for the planner last week too. I always give you guys first dibs. And so the spots are open now for CRP members. And then after Friday, we're going to open them up to the rest of the community, because we've had a lot of requests outside of just CRP as well for more individual coaching. And now that I have my brain back after having Sienna in August, I can actually do that now, which is exciting. So someone asked, do I have to pay the $39 per month for CRP in addition to the $99? No, because CRP Plus includes CRP. So your total monthly charge will be $99 per month. And our support team will cancel your $39 charge automatically once you register. If timing isn't right, we don't know when we'll be relaunching and what the price will be in the future. So we recommend joining now. You'll always be grandfathered in at this price. Benefits of CRP Plus instead of hiring a coach. So we consider this a group coaching experience because of the personalized attention I can give you at an affordable price. And you'll get feedback from me on your goals and an opportunity for coaching on a strategy session or a hot seat. So I'd recommend giving it a shot. You can cancel anytime. So give it a shot for a few months. Obviously put the work in. Show up for the calls, ask questions, listen to the recordings. And if you aren't getting what you need, then you can work with an individual coach. Like I've done both. I've done working with an individual coach. I've done group coaching. But yeah, I always recommend starting. The group atmosphere is so amazing too, because then you're not just getting feedback from me, you're getting feedback from the group too. And that's what makes it so incredible. You don't have to commit to so many months. And we rotate the times of the coaching calls. So they're at different times each month. So because we have members all throughout the world. So they rotate and are available for members throughout the world. Okay, So let's see if we have any other questions that came up. I didn't get a chance to go to the Facebook group before. So I'm going to come at you guys now in the Facebook group because I know there's a lot of you guys there. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. Hi, Ilsa. Hello, hello. The other thing too is if you want to talk to me about CRP Plus, because I want to make sure that I don't want there to be any unanswered questions. If you're like debating whether this is right for you, I am opening up my calendar this week, so you can talk to me if you're just not sure if it's right for you. So I think John will share a link in the comment section with the link. Actually, I can just do it right here. So I opened some spots. They've gone pretty fast. I'm going to share it in the Facebook group. I just have a few left tomorrow because the other ones went super fast. I will share it on Zoom too. Okay, so Triva, hi Triva, just jumping in. We'll be going back to listen to the replay. Awesome, the replay. Either you can watch it on Facebook Live, or we can definitely upload this to the membership site. I will do that. I have it recorded, so I'll upload it to the membership site as well. Quinn says, I want freedom to sleep too, right? Gosh, priorities sure change. Like, I used to want freedom to travel the world. Now I just want freedom to take a nap. So funny, Quinn. Hi, Erin. Hi, Tamra. Hello, hello. Okay, Erin, what is the difference between this and a mastermind? Well, this is very similar to a mastermind because so a mastermind would be coming together where everyone's kind of giving feedback to you. The masterminds I've been in, and I'm in one right now, there's no leader, there's no coach. So the benefit of this is that you have a coach, but then other members can jump in and give you feedback as well, which does happen because the ladies are pretty great in there. So like I will give my feedback and then I'll open it up as well. Like for example, MailChimp. I used MailChimp a long time ago and it has changed, but a lot of the members are working in MailChimp like day in and day out right now. I'm not. But if someone has a question about MailChimp, someone else will jump in and help and answer that based off like the knowledge that they have. So it really does have the benefit, how we've kind of shaped it, and the women that are in there that have helped me shaped it, the benefit of having kind of like that mastermind feel to it where there is feedback and support from all the other members too. And that would really be my goal, is continuing. That's why I want to keep it small, to continue to grow that kind of feel where members are helping each other as well. And that's how my mastermind is too. So I hope that answered your question, Erin. There's a little bit of both in there. Charlotte says, what happens if I paid for a year ahead? Oh, if you paid for CRP for a year ahead. So just email support@classycareergirl.com and John will have to figure that one out. He's good at math. Don't worry, Charlotte. He can help you with that. If you join, then he'll figure out what needs to happen. Or you might just want to email support@classycareergirl.com and we can get you all the information on that. But it'd be awesome to have you, Charlotte. Love to have you in there. Erin says, how many seats will you have? So we're all about slowly growing it. So it's right now we're at 13. And a lot of the ladies in there listen to the recordings as well. So I'm all about like opening it up and slowly growing it to see how many we can handle. Like in the beginning, I didn't think I could handle that many. And now that we've done this since April, we're getting it, we're getting all the kinks out. We're seeing how many, the percentage of people that show up. each time, and then the percent that listen to the recordings and the percent that are in the Facebook group. And so I will tell you, like way back in April, I did not think we could handle 20. But now that I have a little bit more bandwidth, as far as not being pregnant and not having a baby tomorrow, there is more bandwidth that we have for corporate rescue plans. So we don't have a specific number because it really just depends on how many people are active in there and taking advantage of the resources. Like I said, right now I have 4 spots for hot seats left on Wednesday. So that to me means that we have availability. You guys are welcome to join and grab one of those hot seats. And what I'm realizing about this too is a lot of people like to listen, and they have the same questions as other people too. So that's one of the benefits as well is, you might not need a hot seat this month, but if you listen to the hot seats, you'll realize, oh, I had that same question as she did. And that used to be me too. When I was in these programs, I was the listener. I would listen to every recording. And there's one woman who's been in CRP Plus since April, and I messaged her yesterday to kind of check in and like see her see what's going on, because I hadn't seen her on the calls. And she's told me she has been listening to every call in the recording, but she has a full-time job, so she just can't make the actual live calls. But she is moving forward just by listening to other people. So yeah. So I don't know if that didn't really answer your question, but we have availability, that's for sure. But we do want to keep it cozy. I like that word, cozy. We want to keep it cozy. Okay, let me go back to Zoom, see if you guys have any other questions before we sign off. I don't see any other questions. I did see that, oh, she's not here anymore. Okay, I don't see any other questions on, okay, so that's it for me, guys. If you have any questions or if I can support you guys, like I said, if you have any questions, just email us at support@classycaribbean.com if they're like specifically, support type tech stuff about your membership. And then feel free to send me a DM if you want more information. But I shared the website and the calendar link. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. We will keep it open for CRP members through Friday, and then we'll put it out to the bigger community. So it was fun being here with you guys. I love talking about this stuff. I was telling John, oh, Louise, you're back. If you have any questions, Louise, let me know. I saw you had your hand up. So let me know. I think I covered most of your questions that you had messaged me. But I was telling John right before this, like, I'm not nervous for this call because this is like these 7 focus areas I could talk about for days, like this kind of content. And you guys are already all CRP members. I get more nervous when I do like the larger community, like Classy Caribbean Network Facebook Lives, or when I do Instagram Lives, I get like super nervous because those like go so fast. But I love doing Facebook Lives just within here with you guys because you guys get it. You have like the foundation, you're going through the phases, you're motivated. Like there's just, we can skip over all like the beginning, right? And we can go a little bit more advanced. And that's what these 7 focus areas are. They are more advanced. So that's why I love doing this. Ilsa says, if we join on Friday, will there be a hot seat then? Okay, so the next hot seat would be in January. So our next hot seat is this Wednesday. So you would have to join before Wednesday in order to get into this month's hot seat. But you can also book in January, February, March. I know I saw Joelle on here. She's already booked her session for February's hot seat because that gives her something to work for, right? She's working on her website and she's going to have it done by February. And she has that goal because we're reviewing her website on the hot seat in February. So, so hopefully that answered your question, Ilsa. Okay. I think I'm good. I think I answered all your questions. Let me know if you guys need anything else. Feel free to post in the Facebook group, and we will see you guys later. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.